guys, and welcome to my first exclusive video for the Royal Stamping Squad. Now, if you're saying, well, if this is exclusive, why is this on YouTube? That is because I want to invite you to my brand new group that is on Facebook called the Royal Stamping Squad. So it's my Stampin' Up group that I'm Candace Fields, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. That would have been nice to say first. But it's my group where I share my project inspirations and ideas using products from the Stampin' Up catalog. And so I'm really just getting this group started and going. And I want to invite you to come along and join the fun. So the group is open to everybody and anybody. If you are a fellow demonstrator, you are more than welcome to come. Only thing I ask is that you, and my daughter's sitting here printing up there. Oh, okay. I told her to do not print no more. You are welcome to join the group and share your projects that you make using Stampin' Up products. Only thing I ask is just no linking back to your personal Stampin' Up blog or store. And the same thing goes for competing stamping companies. I just ask that you use Stampin' Up products and that you don't promote your own business. If you are any other kind of direct sales company that's not crafting related, if you except for Avon, this excludes Avon, and that's because I am a consultant for Avon. So if you are with any other company and you use Stampin' Up products to do gift packaging ideas using products from your direct sales company, that will be fine as long as you're also not a Stampin' Up demonstrator. So like if you do like LuLaRoe or Jamberry and you want to package up your products using Stampin' Up products, that's fine. I am okay with that. There's also a month-long giveaway going on in the group. So I am giving away the You've Got Style stamp set. This is a really cute stamp set. It just it makes me think, like, as my mom is getting older and her sisters, it just makes me think of them and just being old and fabulous. And so it is a clear mount stamp. And so clear mount stamps are just like our wood mount. It's just that you have the rubber and you have some foam, but you do not have the wood blocks. And that's, to me, I love clear mount just because wood mount stamps take up a lot more space. But with clear mount, you will need a stamping block of some sort to do your stamping on. So that is the giveaway for the month. So you do want to head over there, sign up for the group, and then there's a pinned post where you just tell me what is your favorite product from the new Stampin' Up catalog, and that will enter you to win this stamp set here. Okay, so I have a project for you guys today, and I am using This Little Piggy stamp set. This is such a gorgeous stamp set. Now, I do think, oh goodness, I want to say it may be on back order already, or it's low inventory. It's one of those. But I had already designed the project, so I'm going to go ahead and share it because this is going to be a free class for the Royal Stamping Squad, and you can go back at any time and watch the video. So this is the card that I made. I kept it really simple and cute. I wanted to work with the new embossing paste that we have. And so you have some embossing techniques along with some watercoloring that you can do. Okay, so to get started, I have my piece of Flirty Flamingo, and this is cut out at 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4, and that's gonna make my A2 size card. Okay. So this is the new embossing paste that is in the catalog. It is so amazing. It's very fluffy and light. We do have a set of tools that comes in a package of 3 palette knives. So this is the one that I'm using out of the package. We also have new decorative mask, which is called Pattern Play. And I'm using the brick pattern here. Now, when you're using the new embossing paste with your palette knife and your mask, you are going to want to clean these right away once you have finished using them, because it does dry quickly. When I was creating my card, when I went back and I went to wash this off, by the time I came back, and I was only gone for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, it was dry already. So this is an amazing product. So I'm going to take my mask, and I have this silicone sheet here. I do have a Stampin' Up one, but it's smaller, and I needed something a little bit bigger. So I'm using this one that I have. And I'm just going to take a little bit of tape here. This is masking tape that I have. If you got your catalog package from me, you will recognize this tape, because I taped up your goodie package that came with the catalog using this tape. Now this is not going to stick to the thing, but just to help adhere it some. So when you open up your paste, you are going to have this sealant here. That I don't think, did I fully remove it? Yeah. I think this came off the top part. And you're going to have a little aluminum piece here that you're going to have to break open. So I'm just going to take, and I'm just using this side, a little bit of paste. I don't want to use a whole lot, so I want to make sure I save this, even though I bought a whole lot of bottles of this stuff. Okay, and so I'm just going to swoop it around. I'm not really trying to be neat with it, because I just want some background texture. So I'm gonna this is all I'm doing with it. This one I create just a little bit of a background. So I do take every ounce of it and I put it back into my jar, just to make it go a long way. But you can go back over it if you feel like you didn't get areas good enough, like that one. Okay. You could even create extra texture on that, but I really wanted this to be as flat as possible. And you're going to want to put your top back on this immediately, because this will get hard quickly. So I'm going to go and clean this mask off, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and so what I have here is the card base. So I've been gone for maybe about 5 minutes because somebody was knocking at my door. And so this is clearly dried. I do recommend, because I did get a little bit of embossing paste on my silicone sheet here, and so I do recommend that you use a silicone sheet or something if you're going to leave your project down on the paper while it dries, just because it doesn't get stuck to that sheet. And so I was able to just, you know, still lift it up without messing up anything. So that's just something that I personally recommend. I mean, and it dries in no time. And also, it could also be too, because this is a very thin layer of embossing paste. I just wanted to add a little bit of texture. And I just love how that feels. So now what we're going to do, we're going to put this off to the side here, is we're going to stamp our image. So we're going to start stamping, coloring, and then die cutting. I'm going to use my Misty for this. And I'm using my Misty mainly because I am stamping on watercolor paper. And when you stamp on watercolor paper, sometimes it's really hard to get the image to transfer. So this is my watercolor paper, and okay, and so I'm using this image here, and I hope I cleaned it well, so I'm gonna try not to. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use the basic black art cobble. Let me just make sure I am in the, just want to make sure I'm in the frame. Okay, so I'm just going to push this down. So now this stamped pretty good, but I do like my, I do feel like the sentiment is a little bit faded. So I just want to add a little bit of extra ink right there. I'm going to stamp down again. Okay, so that was using the basic black. And then you can just take, oh, here we go. So for right now, I'm just taking a baby white. Just to help get this off. I'm just doing this preliminary so that way the ink doesn't necessarily get stuck. Okay. And then I'll fully clean this later. Okay. So for my coloring, I am going to use Flirty Flamingo, Emerald Envy, and Daffodil Delight. So what I did for my card was I added in some water first. So we're gonna do the grass. So when you want to get ink, you're gonna squeeze this down. You're gonna squeeze hard, but I already have ink down there, so I didn't want to squeeze too hard. And then you can just pick up your ink. I'm just coloring the grass area because I'm watercoloring and I'm gonna die cut this. I'm not being as careful with this. I just wanted to add something there. Okay, so now I'm going to clean off my brush. And then I'm going to come in and water up my little piggy. Now watering this first, all it does is just help spread the water easier when you first lay down your color. So if you want a more of a harsher or a brighter, bolder color, you don't have to water it down first. Okay. And I'm just mixing it up right here because I really want this to be, I don't want this to be too bright. And as you can see, this is just made to be fun. I'm just coloring everywhere. I'm not really paying attention to the technique of it, just adding some color in. I am going to do this area a little bit lighter because he's facing the sun. Or she's, well, I guess this one is a he, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. And that tail, my ears. Now I'm going to add just a little bit more darkness right there. Okay. That is the beauty of watercoloring. Because if you find that you put on too much color, you could just keep going over it and blend it how you see fit. Okay, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my smaller tip water brush and pick up some ink and dab that right there because I really want that to be nice and bold. So one thing I forgot to do is the leaf. Well, I'm gonna go back in. And get that. Okay, so then lastly, I'm just going to take the Daffodil Delight. Like, it would take this exact moment for my eyes to want to water up. Okay. And there goes our image. So now we're just going to die cut these pieces out. And so to die cut, I'm using these stitched, the stitch shaped framelits. and the layering square framelits, and I'm using the scallop one. I'm using my magnetic platform just because I am cutting this at a diamond shape. Okay, let me make sure. Just make sure I'm in the frame here. Oh, I didn't cut this big enough. No, don't tell me. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change this up just a little bit. And instead of doing it diamond shape, I am gonna have to cut it out like this. Okay, I didn't make it wide enough. Okay, luckily I didn't cut off his foot. Okay, then using some Emerald Envy, I'm going to cut out the scallop square, and I'm bringing this down to the side right here just because I can use the rest of that paper on another project. And one thing I find that also helps, and I didn't do it here, is sometimes if you, when you're die cutting, if you just turn it a little bit, it helps going through the roller some. But I didn't do that here. So I was having more issues with getting it through. Okay. Alrighty, so now we're just gonna start putting this together. So, and I need to refill my adhesive, so I'm just gonna grab what's beside me here. Okay. That's where I want it to be. Okay. So I'm just trying to make sure this is lined up before, right? Okay, so I'm looking at my other one, making sure that I did get the right. Okay. So another new product that we have. So those of you who like to be thrifty with your dimensionals, in the past, if you didn't want to use all of your dimensionals, or you wanted it to go further, we would cut these in half. But Stampin' Up! Has come up with new mini dimensionals, which is great because you get 750 in a pack of the minis, and then you get 300 of the normal size. And so I want to use the minis on this project. So this is just great if you want to just save some money. It's the same price as the big ones, but you get more bang for your buck. Okay. Ooh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Sorry. I was trying to avoid it, but just couldn't be avoided. And I'm so professional here. You know, I try to keep my videos real. I don't sugarcoat a lot in my videos. Okay, so I'm just gonna add this here. I just want to make sure that this is down. Okay, so you are going to have some bubbling up just because this is on the card base and stuff, but that is fine. Once it dries fully, it will be better. So this is my original one, and this is the remake since I cut the paper wrong. But they are just as equally cute. So that's my video for you guys. So don't forget, I will leave a link to the Royal Stampin' Squad's Facebook page, and make sure that you join so you can also get exclusive videos and classes that I'm going to be sharing, along with that's where I will be hosting my giveaways and where I will be doing lots of other fun stuff. So thank you for joining me today. Bye bye.